Hey, Happy New Year to you. I hope you had a great holiday season. I know we did with a new grandson. It added a whole new dynamic to Christmas, and we loved every minute of it. I thought what I would do today is just share a brief story with you and a valuable lesson learned, and I hope it can be of benefit to you in your life. Back in 1983, I was sitting down to really make some New Year's resolutions. It was early December, and I wanted to really take some time to stop and to reflect and to think about where I was and reflect on 83 and make some big goals. I had some big dreams for 1984, and I wanted it to be the best year ever. So I thought what I would do is take a couple of days and go down to this retreat center, Gethsemane Monastery, in the foothills of Kentucky. It's a beautiful, beautiful spot sitting on 1,500 acres. And I learned about it when I went to school at the University of Kentucky, started to go there, made some friends with some of the monks down there, and then ultimately the abbot of the monastery, kind of the big dog, the guy that runs the place, Timothy. And so I'm at this monastery. I'm going to take this time to reflect and to think and to strategize and to really get ready for 1984. So I'm at the end of 2 days. I'm sitting in the library of this monastery, and Timothy comes along. And I've got all these calendars, for each month laid out in front of me. They're all color-coded. I'm looking at them quarterly. I've got goals on there. I've got copious notes. I've got metrics. So it's just, I was so proud of my work, and I wanted to share it with Timothy, and I did. And he was so patient. He listened to me. I can remember myself sitting there making this presentation to him about my New Year's resolutions, my goals. And when I got done, I said to Timothy, Timothy, can you see, is there anything that I've missed? And this guy's so full of wisdom, very, very smart guy, and I would say very strategic. And I was hoping so much that he had something to offer to me, but he says, I don't. He said, this is really impressive. And I said, okay. I said, but I'm sure you've got an observation to make. He goes, no. He said, it looks complete to me. And I could see that he was reluctant to offer any kind of observation. So I kind of prodded him a little bit, and I knew that there were some pearls of wisdom there, and I wanted them. And so then he kind of sat back and he said, I might just offer this. He said, I've been here for over 25 years. He said, I've seen a lot of men come through this retreat center. He said, like you, they've got big dreams and big goals, and they want to be successful, and they want happiness in their life. He said, but you know something? For some of them, life just seemed to get in the way. Maybe it was alcoholism. Maybe it was drugs. Maybe it was an affair, being a workaholic. Whatever the whole myriad of problems were, what I start to see is marriages disintegrate, kids start to become wayward, those men start to get way off track, and life starts to get very painful and very ugly. He said, Pete, as I look over all of these papers, I'd ask you this one question. Is there anything on here that's more important than being a loving, faithful husband? Is there anything here that's more important than being a loving, supportive, nurturing father? He said, trust me. He said, if you work on that, he said, in that responsibility lies many of the answers that you're looking for in life. He said, you're going to find more love, more happiness, more success in those relationships if you'll only take the time to really work on those with everything that you have. You'll find more love, more happiness than you ever dreamed of. So he said, that's really what I've got to offer. He said, as I look at those calendars, just make sure you have time for making memories, time for taking Chris to lunch, time for taking Chris, for a dinner, a vacation. Make sure that they're at the top of the list. So I leave you with that. As we make these New Year's resolutions and these goals, let's don't forget the people that we love and that support us in our journey. So I hope you've had a great week. I look forward to 2018 and seeing you back here next week. This is Pete Kunk, Built to Lead.